Hi, welcome back to Coffee Cup Moments. My name is Rebecca. I'm so glad that you are here. I hope you have your coffee and your Bible. Basically, this week, God has been talking to me about Genesis 22, and this is where Abraham goes to sacrifice Isaac. And a lot of people talk about Abraham in this with regards to his obedience to God. But the thing that God's been speaking to me about is Isaac and the fact that he was of age where he could have actually at any point said no and actually challenged Abraham with what he was actually trying to do. And I want to take you to chapter 22, verse 6. And it says, Abraham took the wood for the burnt offering and placed it on his son Isaac, and he himself carried the fire and the knife. As the two of them went on together, Isaac up and said to his father Abraham, Father. Yes, my son, Abraham replied. The wood and the fire are here, Isaac said, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering? Abraham answered, God himself will provide the lamb for the burnt offering, my son. You know, the thing that I find most interesting here is actually that Abraham and Isaac had to do this journey for 3 days, and actually over that time Isaac actually carried the firewood that would actually be used for him as a sacrifice. Now he would have had to have been at an age where he was able to carry that wood. Also, he asked questions, so a lot of people assume that Isaac was a child, and actually it wasn't. It's more thought that he was a teenager, young adult age, or going into his 30s. And I think this is something that we need to commend Isaac for, because at the time, you know, Abraham was being obedient to God. God has specifically told him to go and sacrifice Isaac, and it was a test for him. But also, Isaac had to be obedient to Abraham and actually trust him, have that faith that actually his dad was going to see through what God had asked, but that he would protect him and guide him through that time. You know, at any point in our lives, God will ask us to do something that we might not want to do, or maybe we're confused about. And I think that Isaac in this journey can speak to us in so many ways, because you know, he actually lay down when he knew that there wasn't any animal to sacrifice, and that Abraham was stood over him with a knife before the angel of the Lord commanded him or shouted at him to not touch the child. You know, that is something that I think we need to think about, because Isaac was watching his dad about to plunge this knife into his heart to sacrifice him. And as far as Abraham was concerned, he was going to kill him. It was just that he was full of faith that God would, if nothing else, just bring him back to life. And I want to challenge us today. You know, is your father, is God actually asking you to do something? Is he asking you to lay down your life for him? Are you willing to become a sacrifice for God and actually walk out his purposes that he has for you, no matter what the sacrifice, no matter what the cost? And that's something that I want us to think about over this next week. You know, are you sacrificing your life, or are you actually doing other things when you know that God is specifically asking you to do something in this next season? So, you know, feel free to comment below, like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to press the notification page in order to receive notifications when I post to this blog. But yeah, I just want us to really start stirring our faith. You know, are we actually being sacrificial with what God's asking us, and are we actually prepared to lay down our life for what God is doing in this next season? I will see you here again next week, and God bless.